I'm going to talk about some things that you've never even thought of, but that you 100% can absolutely achieve.
CPTV, you an entrepreneur, I got what you need. CPTV.
Hey there, my loves. Welcome back to CPTV. I'm CP, of course, and you are in the place for aspiring and growing entrepreneurs who want to turn their passions into businesses and their businesses into freedom. If that sounds good to you, then go ahead and subscribe because you have found a home. Because every single Tuesday, I am giving you the training on the step-by-step business processes that you can implement immediately into your entrepreneurial journey and life so that you can get to that level of freedom that you so deserve and desire. So you heard me. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button and click that bell so that you don't miss any of it. And of course, if you like this, then show me. Smash that like button and say, "What up, CP?" in the comments below so I can say, "Hey," right back. So they say that the average millionaire has at least 7 streams of income. At least, y'all. And I would agree with that statement.
What did you just say?
I said at least 7 streams. And I bet billionaires have closer to 20. So let me ask you, how many streams do you have? Are you close to 7 yet? Or better yet, if you're new to this whole entrepreneurial thing, how many streams do you want? How many streams have you planned to have in your business so that you can get to that millionaire status? Well, today I'm going to share with you my 7 streams, what they are and how they work, and maybe it'll give you some good ideas that you can use to add to your income portfolio in 2022. To get you that much closer to cross over into that millionaire status. This is such a good one, y'all, because y'all know I don't like to talk about my money. I never have and never will. I know it's one of my money blocks. It's just how I was raised, okay? But anyway, I have heard you loud and clear. I've received the questions, and today I am hoping to be a little transparent, but mostly give you some inspiration because I'm going to talk about some things that you've never even thought of, but that you 100% can absolutely achieve. So let's get to work. Stream number 1, consulting. Now, this is where my entrepreneurial journey began. Consulting, in essence, has always been for me the selling of intellectual property. So if you have a skill or something that you're really good at and you can offer assistance and advice and recommendations to others, you very well could be a consultant. Consulting is really more of a done for you type of service. And when I say done for you, I mean, typically when you're a consultant, you're not only making recommendations and analyzing what someone's needs are, but you're actually going out there and helping them get it done. So you're implementing, you're doing the work for them. Now, consulting is really for us one of our higher ticket profits and services. We really do charge a pretty penny, especially if I'm going to do the work for you. But it's an amazing stream. And in the beginning of my entrepreneurial journey, it was a side hustle. I always did consulting work on the side. I mean, if you've got a skill, you've got some intellectual property, you can sell it. But eventually, as I took hold of my entrepreneurial dreams and really dove in 100% full time, consulting has always been at the basis of my business. Now, when I talk about consulting in my future, it's really something that I want to limit because consulting does require that you have hands-on work with a client. And that oftentimes leads you to location restrictions. Unless you're one of those consultants that just comes out, analyzes things, tells people what their problems are, and then just kind of goes away. I've never really been that type of a consultant. I will go in, tell you what your problems are, figure out your challenges, make recommendations on how to fix it, and then I like to get my hands dirty, roll up my sleeves, and actually help you get it done. But for us, consulting, I would say, is a huge piece of our business's income stream. And right now, I primarily do consulting work on the HR side and in the HR brand. And that really does bring me to stream number 2, which is coaching. Now, stream number 2 for me has been something that I've really recently started doing, although I really didn't define it or charge for it in the past. So I guess I've been doing it for a while. Coaching is a little bit different, and I really, really love it because I feel like it's more empowering for the person that I'm working with. As a consultant, I do the work for you, but as a coach, I do the work with you. I help you learn how to get the work done. So in essence, I'm empowering you to be able to move forward in your life doing the work yourself. Now, in our coaching stream of income, it really has taken hold and become one of my favorite things. Number one, because it doesn't limit me from a location perspective. I can do all of my coaching virtually. And I really do love who I do coaching with. So one-on-one coaching for me is with startup entrepreneurs or with entrepreneurs who are scaling and really want to understand the processes that they need in their business to streamline things, become way more efficient, and kind of get their business to the next level. Coaching for us is also a higher ticket item. It's not as high on the income ladder or on the revenue ladder as consulting, because that's like the highest, the most expensive thing that I offer. But the coaching kind of is a couple steps down. It's a little bit more affordable, but because you get that one-on-one contact with me and we work hand in hand on growing, setting up, creating, and putting your business out there together, it is a more expensive service that we provide. But it's an amazing stream. And I know that coaching will be something that I will always, always, always do. One of the things that I love about it, even if I get to a point where I limit the number of coaching clients even further than I already do, because I really only work with a handful of coaches on an annual, a handful of coaches on an annual basis. Even if I get to a point where I limit that even more, I will always love and be passionate about working with people one-on-one. It is my favorite. I get so much feedback, so much intelligence, so much research accomplished with what my audience needs and who my students are. And so from that feedback and from working with them and really from helping them kind of raise and create and grow their babies, their businesses, it just really helps me feel like I'm walking in my purpose. And I enjoy it more than consulting, but it's still something that I would say is going to be an ever-present income stream. So if you have the ability to coach someone, to work with someone hand in hand on helping them accomplish a goal. And you don't have to be a business coach. You can be a life coach. You can be a spiritual coach. You can be a organizational coach. There are so many different types of coaches out there. I think the biggest difference between stream number 1 and stream number 2 is how much I charge for it and how much you can charge for it, but also that impact that you have, because I feel like the one-on-one coaching is a lot more empowering. And ultimately, I get to really work hand in hand one-on-one with folks and help them figure out and grow their love. Income stream number 3, public speaking. Now, about a year ago, I actually did a day in the life of a She Boss video. And I'm going to go ahead and link to that right here, because in that video, I talked about my journey in my career of public speaking. Public speaking has been something that I have done my entire life. I absolutely love it. I love getting up in front of a group of folks and talking and teaching and inspiring and motivating. The energy that you get from those types of experiences have always driven me. And for a long time, because it was something that I've done for so long, and then something that I really consider myself to be really good at, it felt almost unnatural to ask for money for it. But let me tell you, that changed. And in that video, I talk about that transition from going from non-paid public speaking and just kind of doing it more as a marketing effort and as a branding effort into offering it as a complete service. Now I charge for speaking, and over the years, the prices for me to do various things like keynotes, panel moderation, even now, virtual sessions, workshops, all of those things, the prices have been able to grow. So I would say on the ladder of income in my business, we've got consulting, we've got coaching, and then we've got public speaking. And that is something that I love to do. And now I definitely love it because it drives a ton of revenue into my business. So if you want to be a public speaker, or if you thought about it and are just terrified about becoming a public speaker. And I get it. So many people have a phobia of getting up in front of a group of people and talking. It's actually one of the number one phobias that exist. More people hate public speaking than they're afraid of actually dying, y'all. That is a real true fact. So if you've ever thought about adding public speaking to your income stream, you have a passion for it, it is definitely something that I would tell you to go for. If you think you want to do it and you're just not comfortable, take a look in your area and join a Toastmasters group. Start to practice. Start to do things like make some videos and put them online to kind of get yourself uncomfortable. It's the same, but a little different, because when you are doing videos, there isn't like this huge audience of people with eyeballs staring at you. But public speaking is so worth it. There is huge demand out there for public speakers, and it can be an amazing income stream for you, not just by getting paid to do the speaking, but also the audience and the content that you're delivering will definitely drive more consulting clients and coaching clients into your business. So if you're looking for a great way to add to that income, public speaking should definitely be on that list. Income stream number 4. Digital products and training. Now, I've been talking about that income ladder, and I want to make sure that I talk about it a little bit more in this, because for a long time in my business, I wanted to make sure that I was balancing the services and the products that we were providing and making sure that every stair step in my business, meaning price-wise, had something there. Digital products and trainings, I would say, falls right underneath the step for speaking. It is one of my most affordable services, and it's really one of my newer income streams. Just over the last 18 months to 2 years have I really been building out our digital products and training library. And this really becomes affordable because, for instance, my Startup Academy, which is a membership portal for entrepreneurs who want to start their business, who want someone to take them by the hand and walk them through all of the steps. It's completely online. It's completely on your own time. And you have access to constantly refreshed content, videos, trainings that I give you, in addition to some great monthly things, like I do monthly live coaching group sessions in our private Facebook group. I also add content to it every single month. And if you do it at the right time, you also get some bonuses, like being able to text me and ask me questions as you begin to build the infrastructure of your business. That Startup Academy is one of the most affordable pieces of my income stream puzzle. And the reason is because I love the idea of being able to reach a wider audience, because it's more affordable, especially for entrepreneurs who are just starting out, and still have that impact without having to have that hands-on, one-on-one interaction, which makes consulting and coaching a little bit more expensive. So with digital products and trainings, I can tell y'all, that's my future, y'all. That is really what I want to set up in order to get to that lifestyle freedom and goal that I have. Because I know I've mentioned it to y'all before, right? My youngest is 12. He'll be graduating from high school in about 5 to 6 years. And when he does, I want to be able to jump on an airplane and experience life, love, travel, food, wine, activities, golf, everywhere in the world. And if I am providing services through digital means, I will be able to do that. So digital products is amazing. If you've got something to teach, if you've got something that is a tool that you can sell, think about it that way. It can be a completely automated sales process, a completely automated service process. And ultimately, this is where that regular got passive income, sometimes I wake up in the morning, y'all, and I've made sales that I didn't even need to talk to somebody about. That is where the digital products and digital trainings and digital things that you can provide in an online business atmosphere will really come in handy. So take a moment and think about what you can sell online. If it can be digital, or even if it can be product-based, telling you that's something that you should really, really take action and put in place very, very soon. Because that income stream, that's my future, y'all, and it can be yours too. Income stream number 5, brand deals and sponsorships. Okay, so this is something that I am totally new to, but I do receive the requests. And It's an interesting dynamic because I've never really thought of myself as someone who a brand would want to give money to or to give goods and items to in order to represent them. But as we continue to grow here on YouTube and on other social media platforms, and as our brand continues to grow, I get those requests. And in the beginning, I was really apprehensive about taking advantage of them because I thought, is this going to be in line with my brand? Is this going to come in contact and really meet the needs of my audience? And I still take all of those things into consideration, but it's fun to actually receive stuff that you would normally use from brands and from sponsorships, especially if they view you as someone who can influence others to take advantage of their products. So brand deals and sponsorships is something that will come to you as you continue to grow your brand, especially if it's on social media. And it doesn't require a whole lot of work outside of what you're already doing. You still got to create that content. You still got to put it out there. You still got to grow your brand for your regular business. It's kind of like icing on the cake and a cherry on top. And I see it really becoming a standard staple part of my business into the future. I do recommend if you are considering wanting to grow a brand so that you can secure brand deals and sponsorships of money and or stuff. I mean, clothes, makeup, all that stuff that you see the celebrities getting for free. That's like a brand deal, y'all. And those things will come to you. But be very strategic about who you agree to work with. Make sure that that income stream isn't interrupting your other income streams. It isn't impacting them negatively. It isn't going to put a certain perception and undo all of the work that you've done to create the brand that you have. But they are nice. It is an income stream. And if it's something that you want to go after, I would say do your research and go for it, boo, because more money, more money, more money.
More money, more money, more money.
Income stream number 6, affiliate marketing. Now, this is something that was brand new to me. It kind of falls in line with brand deals and sponsorships. And affiliate marketing is something that I am shocked at how easy it is and how much money it can ultimately bring in. Affiliate marketing basically means that if I am teaching or talking or training any of my students and I recommend a service or a system or a piece of technology or a product that I actually use in my business. And that's key. I only recommend ones that I've used so that I can make sure that they are good, that they bring value, and that my audience and my students can actually use them. But if I'm recommending, for instance, Microsoft 365, I will actually become an affiliate of theirs, meaning I get my own special link and sometimes discounts to promote that product. And it's really simple. If one of my students clicks on my link, it doesn't cost them anything different, but I make a little bit of commission off of it. It is truly, truly, truly passive. But as it continues to flow in and the money continues to grow, I see it as being something that I really, really love. Now, I do get contacted by different systems or tools or brands and asked if I want to be an affiliate. And so I do go through a lot of vetting in that process. I have someone on my team who researches all of those things. And then I ultimately say, before I'm going to become an affiliate, before I'm going to recommend your product or service, I want to use your system. I want to make sure that it's applicable. And I want to make sure that my students and that my audience is going to use it and get really good value from it. But once all of those things click and come into play, it's just as simple as putting a link down in the bottom of your comments or in your social media or on your website that if someone takes your recommendation to heart and they click on it, doesn't cost them anything more, but you'll actually make a commission. So when you are in affiliate marketing, it is truly passive income, but you kind of become the sales team of those organizations and using a little bit of your influence and your brand to make it happen for them, but also for your students and ultimately for your business. And income stream number 7 now is YouTube. Yes, you heard me. YouTube. I make money every single month from YouTube, from CPTV. When I first started CPTV almost 2 years ago, that was not my goal at all. But as I began to dive more into maximizing this amazing platform, I realized that there are millionaires out there who are YouTubers, and that is all they do. That is their income. You can make a pretty substantial income from just having a popular, monetized, well-received, growing YouTube channel. It is definitely an amazing income stream because once you become monetized on YouTube, and you hit, there's certain criteria that you have to meet, and some of you out there may or may not know what it is, but once you hit 1,000 subscribers and it's 4,000 watch hours within a certain time frame, your channel becomes monetized. And that means that Google, who owns YouTube, begins to put ads on your videos. And when people click on those ads, you get paid. You literally get paid from people clicking on those ads. Now, in the beginning, I used to hear that and I used to think to myself, okay, that's great, but it's not that big a deal. Y'all, I am shocked every single month at how much money we actually make, even with being a smaller channel, off of YouTube ads. And it doesn't take anything extra than what I already do. I get to bring you guys information, provide you with tips and tools, really help grow entrepreneurs and their skills and in their dreams. And all of a sudden, I get paid from YouTube. It comes every single month. You can track all the money. And as your channel continues to grow, your income continues to grow. It is 100% passive. And I love it because doing this CPTV, doing all these videos, it is work. It is not something that you can take lightly, but you are in essence being paid for that work. I think it is brilliant for anybody out there who has a knack for video, for social. Yeah, how much you make depends upon your topic. It depends upon your channel. It depends upon, your click through, I think it's CPM or RPM and, all that kind of good stuff. But when someone clicks, you get paid. If you guys want me to talk a little bit more about that, like YouTube, how you can make money, how you can monetize some of my experiences and my journey in YouTube, please let me know in the comments below. As an entrepreneur, I would love to get into it because it really does serve multiple purposes. YouTube is a great marketing tool for my business, and that is originally why I did it. It was a marketing strategy in order for me to grow our brand, but to also help entrepreneurs. I had no thought in mind of actually making money from it. But being able to do that and market my business and have Google literally pay me for doing that, I love it. Love, 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 love it. And so will you. Now, before I forget, I have a guide that I'm going to give you, and it includes some of these streams that I have just gone over with you and discussed, but also some additional ways that you can use to make some passive income or just add as additional streams of income into your business. So make sure that you go ahead and grab that guide. It'll be in the comments and the description below, or you can also grab it at CherylCperez.com/online business ideas. So yeah, I think that those are pretty much my money streams for now because I am trying to add more, okay? I want to be in that billionaire club, y'all. Bad, 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 bad. But I'm also always looking for new ideas that will support my long-term goal of impacting entrepreneurs' lives while I travel and experience new cultures and places and food and wine. And don't worry, as I discover more opportunities, I will definitely let you know because income streams are everywhere. But hopefully you've gotten some ideas about ways that you can add additional streams of income to your business in 2022. If that's true, then go ahead, like this video. It don't cost you a thing. Make sure that you don't leave without subscribing right there next to me. And even better, don't be a hater. Share this with somebody else who needs this lesson in their lives and in their businesses. Golden nuggets. And you can join me again next Tuesday, you hear, for another amazing CPTV episode. And until then, my loves, have a wonderful, wonderful week. I want you to stay safe, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye-bye. Mwah!